Thank you indeed for this opportunity to officially address the forum, given your service commitment to care for the older persons in the institutional settings all across Fiji. Indeed, I'm very excited and grateful that these initiatives to improve standards in our institutional homes for the older persons will soon become a reality in Fiji. At the offset, please allow me to thank you wholeheartedly for your commitment so far towards your very important role as managers of the aged care homes that fall under your care. Thank you very much. I would also like to acknowledge the establishment of the Institutional Forum for Agencies Administering Aged Care Services in Fiji in 2014. And I note that the rationale was based on the need to advise government on issues and propose solutions towards elevating service delivery in the existing aged care institutions in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, the lack of support and care for the senior citizens is an issue of concern that is witnessed to the increasing number of senior citizens being left at the aged care homes and some even pushed out on the streets. Our ministry has attended and will continue to attend these cases and give it a priority. Where senior citizens are left alone, reasons children have migrated, there's no living relative around, or simply for the fact that now seniors are seen as a burden in most homes. While there are others who are with their families but also need genuine care and attention. This is a reality, and we need to work collaboratively to raise awareness and devise strategies to address this issue effectively. Ladies and gentlemen, we should turn and question ourselves. What happened to the values of the past, where one treated their parents as leaders of the household, where the views of the parent mattered in important decision makings, where we held so much respect for our elderly in our hearts? It's obvious these values are so slowly fading away, and therefore the need for us to reach out to families and communities that no matter what the challenges, there's always a better way to love and care for our elderly, our parents, our grandparents. Nothing can match up to the level of understanding, endurance, and strength to face the challenges of life and to provide the best for their children. These are the very hands that are now aged. These are the very hands that have held us, taught us to take little steps in our lives. And doesn't it become our responsibility as families to hold and support these very hands that have given us this life, that have sacrificed so much in the process to see us through to where we stand today? Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry not only addresses these issues at grassroots level through increased awareness amongst the communities, but we are ready to work collaboratively with you, the Council, National Council of Older Persons, that comprises of representatives from NGOs and faith-based organizations. During a discussion in Parliament, there was a mention about the role that faith-based organizations play in trying to impart these messages to the society about the values that we see as eroding. And I'm glad to say that the partnership that we have forged with our faith-based organizations is growing stronger. The National Council of Older Persons is mandated, I think this was mentioned earlier on, to strengthen the partnership between the government, community-based organizations, and NGOs, civil society organizations, of course the private sector, in creating an inclusive, which is very important, inclusive, protective, healthy and supportive environment for older persons, and represents the rights and interests of older persons in Fiji at all levels. At the age all our seniors need is the support, love, respect and care. Many don't demand, but after all, their hard work and commitment to build our families and nations, the least we can do for them is to nurture them with care and compassion, give them the respect and love they deserve. And plus more, I think closer to all our hearts is the fact that we are all going to go into our golden ages, sooner or later. That's very important for all to understand, young and old alike. Sooner or later, we are all going to go into our golden ages. Thus, we need to accord our seniors with the respect and support that we would expect ourselves to receive when we reach those golden ages. So here we are trying to create a society where our seniors are able to live freely without fear of being neglected, isolation, and humiliation. We are trying to create a society that values and celebrates aging as the most special stage of human life. Of course, there are challenges along the way, as our mission is to try and unite senior citizens with their families. Through our Operation Loloma, we have been able to reunite some of the senior citizens, some from our homes and some that were found on the streets. The challenge really is to reach out to the families of these senior citizens, particularly those that live in our aged care homes, and see how best families can give their places back in their homes. Many a times the wishes to be reunited with the family members is the wish of the seniors themselves. Every time that I have visited these homes with my team, we have seen tears. And these are not the tears of joy, mind you. These are the tears of sadness, the pain that these seniors have, and the desire for them to be back with their children. And I think together we should be able to make that a reality for those number of senior citizens that are currently in our homes. Knowing that this is a challenge, we will still try to make an effort to restore the peace and happiness in the lives of these senior citizens. We have a government that has a heart to serve with sincerity and compassion, and I have a ministry that will serve with sincerity and compassion for those who have been unrecognized for one reason or another. Our role again is to reach out to such individuals, to hear them out and look at ways we can improve their lives, fulfill their aspirations. I agree that I cannot do it alone. My ministry cannot do it alone. We need the support of all, communities, NGOs, families, everyone alike. Thus, we'd sincerely like to thank and acknowledge those families who persevere to look after their senior citizens. And yet we know there are seniors out there who need their families, thus we appeal to those families, for those citizens in our aged care homes, to please come forward and do the right thing. Your parents, your grandparents need you as much as we. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen, can fill the hearts with love that our seniors need from their loved ones. The best place to care for our senior citizens is within the boundaries of our homes, in our hearts, within our families, that they can treasure as their own. And no doubt, if we don't address this issue now, it will become a matter of great concern for the generations to come. And I'm sure we would like to leave this country a better place than how we found it. We will also capitalize on our REACH project this year to maximize awareness and discussions on the need for families in Fiji to work together with the ministry to create inclusive and supportive societies for our senior citizens in the new Fiji we are trying to create. And we will explore all avenues to see that we do not leave anyone behind. Fiji's constitution, ladies and gentlemen, provides equal opportunities to everyone, including our senior citizens. Matters concerning the welfare of senior citizens are treated with urgency. As such, the ministry will continue to increase its reach out to the aging population. Allow me to share this famous quote. We think that sometimes poverty is only being hungry and homeless. We sometimes think that poverty is only being hungry and homeless. The poverty of being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for is the greatest poverty. We must start in our own homes to remedy this kind of poverty. Unquote. Every religion teaches us to honor, respect, and take care of our parents. They deserve to age with dignity and respect. Senior citizens belong with their families. And I've mentioned it in the past, and I'll mention it again. If you need the assistance of the ministry in trying to look after the welfare of those seniors, please talk to us. We are ready to come up and assist. In March this year, the official handing of the 3 state administered senior citizens home at Samambula, Lautoka and Lambasa from the Ministry of Health and Medical Services will come to the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation. And I believe one of today's meeting agenda will address the draft national minimum standards for aged care homes in Fiji. The national minimum standards for care homes for older people will focus on achievable outcomes for residents under quality care of the homes and the holistic management of our aged care homes. The philosophy and practice within a home should lead to a friendly, caring and stimulating atmosphere where the residents are listened to, feel valued, their rights are upheld, their cultural and religious beliefs are respected, and living in a home is a positive and beneficial experience. In order to achieve this, managers and staff must at all times have values firmly embedded in their practices. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great task ahead of us as we are part of the stakeholders that will work towards refining the draft national minimum standards for aged care homes in Fiji. I note that after today's consultations, you would have contributed towards refining the draft standards into Fiji's context. I once again thank you, forum members, for your perseverance over the last years to serve our senior citizens in the home setting. Let me assure you that we can deliver better services if we are united in our quest to make our seniors age with dignity. With these words, I wish you all the best in your deliberations today, and I hope that we will have a finalized draft to work with, and I look forward for all your input into this very important forum that we have here this morning. With these words, thank you very much, and I hope, like I said, have a fruitful discussions and a safe trip back home for those that have traveled from far. The weather's changing in Suva, I think, and so I hope you will finalize your work and head back home. Head back home with care and safety, because you have your families waiting back on the other side. Thank you very much.